Hi there, everybody. Welcome. I'm Kelly. Thank you for coming by, especially if this is your first time here. Welcome to my channel. And for all my regulars, welcome back. This is the beginning of my October FlossTube video. As usual, it's going to be in pieces when I have peace and quiet and time to film. Today's the 18th of October, Thursday. I'm the only one in the house right now, so I'm seizing the opportunity. So, as usual, I got my notes here just so I don't forget to tell you stuff. The October Whip Go calls will be mentioned. And once the November ones get called by Jessie Marie, then I will tell you about those and I will do my board update and everything. But for starters, that's what we'll go with. Tomorrow, the 19th, I'm going to do a live stream. And part of Whip Go is that. So anyone who joins my live stream, you will have seen it. Obviously, you'll see this later on. But those of you who watch the live will know what I'm talking about. I'm concentrating on Halloween projects this month. So there's 2 of them. Both were stitch-alongs in a way, one currently and one last month, but I'll explain when we get there. And I think that's all. It's been kind of a slowish month project-wise this time, so I don't really have too much to show you, but it'll be a slightly longer than normal video, I suppose. So hang in there, we'll keep going. Okay, one of the October Whip Go calls was my little kite project. It's from this book. That is kind of what it will look like. Because even though this is a big project, the book takes out motifs. So this is a chart by itself on subsequent pages. I'm not going to show you that though, but that's what it'll look like. And I will insert a photo. Not overlay, just insert, and then you will see me again when I show you what the kite looks like now. Okay, here we go. I did about 90 minutes worth of work on it. I was concentrating on like the cloudy area, sort of at the top. Sorry, I'm trying to go close, but I can't see within my way. The Ada is, I think, 16 count, and it is a very, very, very pale blue. It could be ice blue, but it was just a remnant I had from I don't know when, way back. So, right about in here's the other eye. I just wanted to get like to the top area, so I knew how far I had to go. I'm going to put some wording around it. I have to figure that out yet, and I will explain when I get there. But that's what it looks like right now. I'm going close as I can so you can see it as much as possible. So I have to redo this part for the string blocks because that was a Whip Go call for October, and I did work on string blocks on one of my live streams. But I forget exactly what I filmed and how I wanted to do the design. So I'm going to redo that again just to make sure. And I will take a picture because for some reason I couldn't find it in my Google Photos. So maybe I didn't do it. So I'm going to actually put this on fast motion just to make sure it's not too long. So hold on a second. I think this is what I decided on before. Not that these particular blocks are going to be in this exact arrangement. I was more trying to figure out how I wanted the white part to look. So I think it's kind of good where some parts it will look like an X, and on some it will look like a diamond. I think that will look cool. I want to put all the blocks up eventually when I actually make the quilt and lay them out how I want them. Because I don't necessarily want, like, too much blue in one spot or anything like that, you know, varied up. and exactly how many I need too, depending how big I want to do it. But I think that will work. So that's what we'll go with. Okay. So, on to Halloween projects. Yes, I'm wearing Halloween earrings. I have a few of them. I'm filming it here just for peace and quiet right now. One of the ones I'm working on, it's a stitch along this month with my friend Nicola from Nicola Simply a Stitcher, and it is on her Facebook group. So I will link her channel and her Facebook group. And this is the one I'm stitching. It is a freebie from Fat Quarter Shop. So I'll put the link to that page for you guys down there, because there's lots of good free charts that are cute. I started this on the printed chart, and then I went to put it in Pattern Keeper, and it seemed to work, except it cut most of this bat off the top, which is kind of weird. So I've gone back to the paper chart now. I will put a picture in of what it looks like, because I took a photo of the PDF off my laptop, because I don't have any, my printers don't print color, so I just took a picture of it instead. And I do have some progress photos as I went throughout the month, because I was putting them on a thread in that Facebook group of Nicola's. Just, you guys don't need to know that, but you can go check it out if you want to join your group. Otherwise, I'll just give you a little montage of progress photos, and then I will show you what it looks like now, because I got really tired of stitching orange and black. And there it is now. So this is predominantly page 1. The bottom part here, there's a little bit of overlap with page 3. And that big bat's up here. But page 1 is pretty much finished. This here is the beginning of the T in haunting. I'll go closer. This fabric is Stormy Gray, I believe, Jobelin, and it is 28 count. A piece I had that was big enough. This was a restart, because I started this back in the summer and hated the fabric, so I redid it. And I think it looks much better and is more Halloween appropriate. I think those little yellow things on the side are supposed to be stars. More to come. I've been doing a Halloween stitch along, kind of, with Yogi, Slow Stitch Yogi. It's called Spooky Season. I have a picture of the mock-up, and I have a photo from partway along in September. And this is what it looks like now. I've been concentrating on the first panel. The panels are approximately 140 stitches, and then at the bottom is the lettering. So I'm working my way to about halfway here on this panel. The ghost comes in right about here. So when I work on it again, I'll get this further down, and then I'll do a little bit more of this up here on the second panel. There's like a spider web and a bow up here. And then I'll work more down here, and I'll go back there. I'm kind of using Sarah the Stitching Mummy's typewriter method, in which, like, just across the panel. So I try to work like one row at a time of 10 stitches, and just work the colors down, work the colors down, work the colors down. I'm not super strict about it. I'm just going to get the colors filled in that row. I'll try to go closer so you can see it a little bit better. Yogi herself is working on this panel. There's a cat down the bottom. So she started there. Coming along nice. Okay, today it is Tuesday, the 28th of October. What a week. My laptop died last week. Like, pfft. Large flat brick. Nada. And I had this video mostly finished. Of course. I should be getting my new laptop today. Fortunately, everything I have filmed is still sitting there in Google Photos, just needs another download. But I also have to acquire the editing program I was using. Fair enough. Probably due for a new issue anyway. And I think it's on sale for $40 right now, so should not be a problem. It's just going to take a little bit for me to get up and running when I get going again. So I do hope to get this entire video finished and out before the end of October, which is Friday. We'll see. If it's a little bit delayed, if you got this far in the video, you will understand. And I have talked about my laptop on various lives, and I put a thing on my community page, so lots of people know about it now. So, without further ado, I have one more Halloween-y theme project to show you for that part of it. I'm going to see if I can scoot back a little here because all I really have is a chart. I don't really want to show it to you too closely. It's called Favorite Brew. It is an Erlenmeyer flask sitting on 2 books. There's like steam coming out of it and stuff. This was a free download from Hands On Design, I think. Copyright 2019, Kathy Haberman of Hands On Design. If that helps you. I do have a picture that I took of it before I got going on this. Because I had started it a little bit last spring, I think. I took it camping with my kids and stitched on it a bit then. That was June. So I got a picture from somewhere. At any rate, sorry for the hoop marks. This is what it looks like now. This is a piece of 14 count cremata that I had kicking around, so that's what I used. So, the Erlenmeyer flask of potion is done. The spells book is almost finished, but I got to get all the yellow in here and the green goes around. And then the other book underneath has got red, I think, but it's the same yellow, like pages. And there's more smoke that comes down here. And then across the top, there's a couple of Krynics to be like sparkly, I don't know what, spark coming out of the smoke. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But there, I'll get you close as possible so you can see. The color washes out a bit when I get close, but I'm pretty sure it's cremata. There, you can see a little bit better there. Oh, and I'm wearing my spider earrings today. Carrying on. Okay, let's update this. The October calls were kite and the string block. Now, for November, we have the calls, so then we also know what is left for December. So, November, the calls are number 22. Whoops, I'm bumping the table. Sorry, whoop, there we go. There, 22. The January and July Angels and Teapots. This might be finished. All I have left to do is backstitch. Okay, so, Whip Go November 2025. The calls are number 22 and number 6. Number 22 was the Angels. Pretty sure. I did a bunch of stuff yesterday and I can't remember. So, hang on. I'm going to cover up the chart. That's what January is going to look like. And, hold on, let me flip a couple pages here. And I've got some notes for when I work on it next, so disregard my sticky note. But that is what July is going to look like. I put them both together on my project because they're facing, so it actually kind of looks good. If they were facing the same way, like both this way, it might not look that great, but fortunately, this seemed to work out fine. So this is what I have so far. I have more done of January. I'll probably get working on her mostly this time. I'll try to get more done. There's quite a large amount of wing that has to get finished and more of her dress. So I'll probably just work on her exclusively, but we'll see. See what I'm tempted to do. At any rate, at the moment, that's what it looks like. Okay, now the other one, my other book, and it's the Teapots Project. Now, I have to explain a bit because I changed it around. It's from this book here. It's quite a nice big design. I just didn't want to do the whole thing. So let me see if I can show you. Okay, that's the whole thing. That's what it's supposed to look like. I just did the top here. If we get closer, you can see it. I'll get that out of the way. I might finish it. I only have some backstitch left to do. And although blue and yellow doesn't go in my house at all, I'm probably going to make myself a tea cozy out of it. Because at the moment, we wrap a towel around our teapot. So I thought, originally I was going to make this for some other purpose. No, it's mine. We need a tea cozy. So there we are. So this teapot here is the one that needs the backstitch. I've got some on it. Yeah, I only have a tiny little bit of the handle done down there. So, eventually when I do make the tea cozy, I will explain more about how to do it. And I don't really even have a plan in mind of how yet. I got to figure that out. But that's what it looks like. Let's try to get close to this teapot. This is some 14 count white Ada that I had from, I don't know. I started this project like easily 10 years ago, so I don't remember. So, there you go. Hey! My son's cat was scratching at the chair. Okay, now, I have talked about my friend, Fran, Slow Stitch Yogi. She's doing another stitch along for like Christmas timey kind of idea. She's doing one of the Christmas houses from the Artisy company, and a few of the people in her Facebook group are also doing that. Other people are just doing Christmas whatever, and she's starting that in a couple of weeks. Like, not right away, bang, in November, but in a couple of weeks. So, I'm going to do my Christmas time project. That's another one of those freebies from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I will put the mock-up picture in, because I took a picture of the PDF, so it'll be here somewhere. I'll just insert it. And then I want you to see what I have so far, because it's barely anything, but we will get there. So a minimal start only. That's why I want to work on it more. This is 32 count Lugana, and I'm doing it 2/2. I wouldn't swear to the color. It might be off-white. Again, a piece of what I had. It's similar to that Haunted Halloween project. It's kind of the same idea. There, I'll come back and try to go close. I have one more stitch along to tell you about. This is from Nicola. You've heard me talk about her before. I will link all the channels and YouTube, or pardon me, Facebook groups, and everybody else, whoever I mention, gets in my description box. So don't worry about that. Nicola's doing November into December. The theme is naughty or nice. And I've been wanting to buy Darcy, Stitchman Darcy. He has an Etsy shop, and he has a YouTube channel, so I'll tag him too. Yippee-ki-yay. There is more to that, obviously. But in my opinion, Die Hard is the only Christmas movie worth mentioning. So, the PDF that I bought the pattern, it was $9 Canadian from his Etsy shop. I'm not showing you charts or nothing. You got to go buy it yourself. But I took a picture of the mock-up he had on his Etsy page because the PDF does not have a mock-up on it. I put it in Pattern Keeper. There's nothing. I looked at it on my laptop. There's nothing. It's just the chart. Fair enough. That's fine. Looks easy to follow. I'm not complaining about that. But I wanted you to see it because Jen, the caffeinated crafter, stitched it. And I was like, oh, I want that. I just haven't bought it until now. And it definitely qualifies as naughty. So, I'll show it. Remember, my project, what I'm doing, you might not like it. Fair enough. If you're offended, too bad. My project, my channel. I was also thinking of working on Winter Queen a little bit because with having to frog out the Discolored Whisper and redo it with Krynic and B5200, I think she kind of qualifies as naughty. And I was thinking of getting back to her a little bit again, so I might do a little bit of more of my fixing up. It's just, I just do a little bit of time because it's slow going. So we'll see if Winter Queen appears. Probably yes, because I was thinking about it anyway. So you might see her. I don't know. See how the month goes. Anyway, that's it for me, finally. Been a long bit doing this video, but we got there in the end. Happy stitching to all. Happy crafting, happy quilting, whatever. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.